I'm Shrina Bear, and I'm a professional cartwheel instructor. Marissa, how's your cartwheel these days?
It's not very good.
Well, you're in luck because I'm making a professional cartwheel video.
Sounds good to me, but shouldn't we take in consideration the flexible and critical factors?
Absolutely, Marissa. There are 3 critical factors that you want to focus on. 1, you always want to make sure your center of mass is in between both shoulders at the top of your cartwheel. 2, you want to make sure your elbows and knees are both straight throughout the whole movement. 3, you want to make sure your movement pattern is in one line the whole time.
Okay, so then the flexible factors must be my starting position and my foot extension and flexion.
You are so good, Marissa. Let's go see your cartwheel.
Okay. So, how was my cartwheel?
Good first try, Marissa. Couple things to keep in mind. You want to keep your center of mass in between both shoulders. When you did your cartwheel, it was a little bit behind, so you weren't traveling in a straight line. So your movement pattern was a little bit erratic.
Okay.
Another good thing you want to keep in mind, your elbows were straight, but your knees were very bent.
Okay.
Do you want some drills to practice to improve your cartwheel?
Let's do it.
Marissa, for our first drill, we want to focus on your rhythm. Instead of putting both hands down and landing on a foot, hands, foot, you want to rather do hand, hand, foot, foot is the rhythm. Hand, hand, foot, foot. You ready?
Ready.
Okay. Hand, hand, foot, foot. Good job, Marissa. For this next drill, we're going to focus on keeping your knees straight and your center of mass in between your shoulders. So you want to focus on the line. Do you see the line that I've put down there, Marissa?
Yes.
Awesome. You want to focus on the line, putting both hands and both feet on the line. Focus on the line. Good try. Now we're going to put both drills together. So focus on the line and focus on hand, hand, foot, foot. Excellent. Good job, Marissa.
Thank you. Do you have any other drills that I can do to help improve my cartwheel?
Absolutely. You could always improve flexibility and strength in a number of ways. Holding a plank would always improve your strength in your abdominals, as well as sit-ups and push-ups. Every other day, probably, to maintain strength. As far as range of motion, you could improve on your lower body, so stretching your back and legs would really improve your cartwheel.
Okay.
You practiced, girlfriend.
I will.
Marissa, if you practice all your drills and improve your flexibility and strength, you will look like an expert, just like this. Marissa, what differences did you notice in our expert?
Well, I noticed that she kept her legs straight the entire time, and she also had proper rhythm, something I need to work on.
Absolutely. Some additional things is the center of mass was right in between both shoulders when she was at the top of her cartwheel. Also, she maintained her whole movement on one plane, just like I was trying to teach you with the tape on the grass.
Okay, let's have another look at that in slow motion.
Let's.
So, do you have any more tips for me for when I'm working on my cartwheel at home?
Absolutely, Marissa. You want to make sure your center of mass is in between both shoulders when you're at the top of your cartwheel to maintain one straight line.
Okay.
You also want to make sure your knees are straight and you have the right rhythm so you have that circular momentum when you're going around.
Perfect. Thank you so much for all your help.
You're welcome, Marissa, and I'll see you at the Olympics.